Hi, I'm the creator of Deplatforming, a game about hate speech, how it easily spreads on the web, and the difficulties of hindering it in doing so. I would like to give you a small introduction to the game, starting with a mandatory tutorial. Deplatforming is meant to be a conversation starter on how to deal with hate speech systemically and not just on an individual level. Deplatforming is simulating online communication on a macro scale, information moving between platforms, and hate spreading. It is meant to be difficult, it is meant to be failed repeatedly, therefore the playtime is very short, with about 4 minutes, but usually it's significantly less. Coming to the interactive parts of the tutorial, this slide explains how hate spreads in the game. It starts from one network, Patriot Chan in the middle here, and randomly selects the other networks to try to radicalize them. The other networks will, the more radicalization they pick up, change their color slowly to green. The more green, the more radicalized they are. Once they reach a certain threshold of radicalization, they themselves will start sending these radicalization messages out. You interact with the networks by clicking on them. Repeated clicks have different functions. The first click on a network will start counter speech and keep the radicalization at bay. It will slowly reduce radicalization over time. If counter speech is active and you click the network gets banned, indicated by the back X. It will now also stop sending out hate messages to radicalize other networks. Finally, if you click on a network and it has a band on it, and you click again, it will be demonetized. Demonetization removes the hate from the network until it gets another hate message. Aside the interaction with the network nodes, players also have abilities, represented by the big clicky buttons. Abilities are unlocked over time, using prior abilities. Networking unlocks monitoring. Monitoring unlocks deplatforming. Monitoring will also add a small tracker on the side of the networks that counts the times the networks are demonetized. As we already learned, demonetization is the triple click on the network and will remove the hate from it. If the tracker is full, you can press the deplatform button to protect the platform towards the hate campaign permanently. This will be indicated by the white protective border. The game does not require players to be quick. All actions are triggered by clicking, pushing buttons, clicking on the networks. It all triggers the actions, but it also triggers the actions of the hate campaign. This way the game adapts to your speed. However, it is likely you will feel pressured a lot, or to click a lot once the campaign starts escalating. Now we're ready to start the game. First, I want to show you the game interface. If you press the pause button in the top left corner, you will see the counter stops, and you can inspect the game information more in detail. On the left side of the screen, you have the networks, and in the middle you have an indicator of how much of the network is already radicalized. If it reaches 100%, that means game over. On the right side of the screen, you find the available activists, you find our big and clicky buttons, you find the timer, and you find a spamming text box with messages that basically give a bit of context to what is shown on the screen. Some more information about the activists. Activists are essentially your actions. They will go away when you click any of the actions, like counter speech or the networking here. And they will stay away until the cooldown is over, and then you get them back. Networking will also increase your available activists. During the pause, if you click on the networks, you will get some additional information, not only a brief text explaining what they are, you also see how strongly they are already radicalized, and once you unlock monitoring, it will also show what the monitoring status is. Now let me show you a successful playthrough. Essentially, you will have to click networking until you reach 7 available activists. You keep them busy here. Try to keep the radicalization in check while increasing your networking. So far so good. It will start escalating once one of these networks is reached that starts immediately sending out messages, which in particular is MeTube on the top, and then you see the network is radicalizing quite quickly, and you get into a rhythm of clicking them all. Now you have monitoring unlocked. You want to reach monitoring 4. Monitoring 4 means that all the networks that can be deplatformed are able to be deplatformed. And you see now I already have some of the trackers available. When you have the trackers available, what you can do is start already filling them by demonetizing the channels. I suggest to not demonetize straight away, the platform straight away, but try to first fill the platform trackers, because otherwise the counter in the middle might be more difficult to handle, because the radicalization can quicker reach its limits. Now that all the trackers are full, I can click deplatform and deplatform all the networks. I just need to make sure that at least one of these networks will not be fully radicalized, because otherwise the counter in the middle will reach 100% and I still lose the game. So I click deplatform and I successfully finish the game. I hope this helps to include the game in educational concepts. It is meant as a conversation starter, and it depicts the messiness and difficulty hate campaigns present and the struggle on how to engage against them. The model is based on actual concepts in use, such as a 3-strike rule many networks reintroduced before permanently banning accounts, or the concerted effort taken against QAnon in the beginning of 2021, but also the following escape of hate groups to the so-called dark socials. While many might object to these measures, they have proven effective, but possibly not effective or coherent enough. Good luck using the game, have fun with it. Thank you.